Welcome to Still Talking Uncut. I am your fill-in host, Uncle Joey, for the evening. We don't even know where Big Easy's at tonight, man. I think he might have quit. I think he might have went over and joined another
Hopefully.
podcast. I'm not sure. I don't know. He might show up, but
Nobody
over here
lost.
beside me in the corner, I got the one and only master distiller, Sean Rigsby. And below me, I got our best pal, old Matt Lemaster. And tonight, all the way from Argenta, Illinois, is that correct? Is that pronouncing? Argenta,
right.
Illinois. We got Jill, and I would like to try to pronounce your last name. If I just want to try. Is it Minasayan?
Not close at all, but that's
Damn.
normal. That is
All right.
very normal. It's Manassian.
Manassian. Jill Manassian, and the other one, this is simple, Annie Kirby. I cannot fuck that one up. But from Best Friends Distillery in Argenta, Illinois, I want to thank you ladies very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to do some research, and you guys kind of popped up, and then I dug a little bit and saw you had a little history and some things. I definitely want to reach out and have you ladies on. So welcome to Still Talking, and tonight it's yours. We like to hear everything about you and what you've got going on. So wherever you would like to start, feel free and have at it.
Where should we start?
Where's not to start?
Yeah.
How did you start? How's that?
Yeah, how did you start? Yeah,
Yeah.
What made you want to start making liquor?
The floor is yours, Jill.
Yes. So we have been friends for a very long time, 20 plus years. And we met originally because we had boyfriends that were friends. So it kind of did, those guys are very, very long gone, thankfully. And but we remained friends, and just kind of been through all the seasons of life together, like getting married, having babies. Our kids are similar ages. So we had the kids, and then, both of our dads died. Just all the seasons of life. And I'm sure you guys know how it goes. Like when you have kids, especially very young kids, they kind of take over your life. And that's kind of what happened. We're both working, and then at a point, it's like I don't even know what I like, who I am. Like it's basically work and kids and home, and it kind of was like time, it felt like time to start getting a hobby, basically. And my dad, he died in 2012. He was he was a moonshiner through and through. We lived in rural Illinois, and I just remember at the time that he died that was like I felt like I needed to do it, and I looked into it, and of course you look into what it would take to actually do it legally, and it's like way too overwhelming, especially when I had a baby, a brand new baby, my first baby at the time, and I was like, I can't do this legally. I would never do it illegally. I'm just risk averse in that way, but
That's a good thing.
so it was on my mind. Anyway, she is a serial entrepreneur. Like she is always looking for the next hustle, and she has a keto bakery, and she has an event space. We actually distill in a basement of a church, and we're in it right now.
I love it.
The upstairs. So she bought this church for the commercial kitchen, to make it a commercial kitchen, and she has the upstairs to do as an event space. So we're just here in the basement, making liquor. But she's always like that. She's always thinking about the next hustle. And she came to me, and I have a career. I actually work for Caterpillar. And I was just like, I can't. No. She's like, let's do something. I was like, no, I can't. Like, I'm too busy. I got the kid. Like, I can't do anything. And she threw out a couple ideas. I don't remember what they were, but I didn't like them. I know that. Like, I took quite a few ideas. And then all of a sudden, I mean, usually hopefully you'll get to know her during this interview, but like, she's very, she moves on quickly. Like, so she'll be on a topic and she'll just move to the next topic, and she's just brimming with energy and ideas. And so, but this was kind of one of the first times I've ever seen her hold on to something. So she kept coming to me with ideas, And then she came and said, let's do booze. And I was like,
Do what?
booze.
Booze.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not a word you hear very often anymore. I said booze. No, booze. No, not that. And she had liked Bethany Frankel, and was kind of inspired by Bethany Frankel from the Real Housewives. Her skinny girl lines of drink. Anyway, that was the first time I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's try it. And it was just kind of like, okay, well, if it's meant to be, God will bless it along the way, and we'll put one foot in front of the other, and then now we have a whole ass distillery. So it's kind of funny how that works, but that's basically our origin story.
So
It was kind of on my mind for a long time.
I've always got all kinds of questions. So saying your father was in moonshining, so do you remember being around it a lot? I mean, is it something that you were around a lot or
Yeah.
not around, or do you remember being a part of your life growing up?
What I remember about him, about that, like most, is that was one of the few things that I really saw like brought pure joy to his face, because he would always have people over and would share it with them. I would, as when I was older, have my friends over. He just loved to share it. At my wedding, he brought like, and everybody, he was passing it out. He loved to share it, and people people would come over and get pretty stupid on it, and it's a different kind of buzz, I'll say.
Oh, yeah.
But he just had the best time hanging out with people and sharing this moonshine. And yeah, like our back room always smelled like yeast or pineapples or bananas or whatever he was doing.
Oh,
But
he
I
was a
never
brandy
really
man.
got into the process. I just know that I just recognize that for what it was. And then as far as joy, and then I was managing a restaurant before while I was going to school, while I was getting my bachelor's and master's. I used to run restaurants for Ruby Tuesday. I don't know if you guys have them there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But I was a general manager for the one here in Decatur, brand new store when it opened up, and I would always take the liquor bottles that were used up from the bar, and I would save them all up, and I'd give it to him, and he'd have all these random liquor bottles from Ruby Tuesday with moonshine in them. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Save him on having to buy jars. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So he's missed, and I just it's hard. So think about, but it's nice to have this legacy to carry on.
And
Oh, for sure.
and it's something that it's cool to pass on as well. I don't know if you have anything of his from when he ran liquor still, like any of his old stills, like for any mementos or anything. But there's so much history in that stuff, and sometimes you can pass that on to your children and grandchildren. And it's something, I feel like since I've learned how to make it myself, I feel like it's a skill that you can pass on, and I feel like it should be passed on. It's definitely something that needs to be talked more about and shown to more people.
I agree. It was kind of eye opening because we started the journey on Jan 10th, I think 2022. It's like once you realize you can run a still, it's like, oh, like I can make a lot of different things with this thing. Like it's not just like we could
No,
make
absolutely.
some very
Yes.
useful things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you just didn't jump right into a copper still. Did you learn on a keg still, or did you learn on a copper pot? Is that how you learned?
But we did not learn actually until we were fully licensed. That's how risk adverse we are. Like, and that is isn't that what's crazy about this industry, is that in order to get your license through the TTP, you have to own a still, but it's also like 9 felonies to own a still. Like, I don't understand that. But we never knew if we could even make a good product when we started, because we've never even tried it. Because it's just, I don't know. It's one of those things you're like, okay, probably would we ever get caught? Probably not, but it's too much on the line.
Yeah.
right? When you already have a career and a family and stuff, it was just too much to risk. So, yeah, so that's a whole other journey in itself to never have done it before, and then just
Yeah. Yeah. And once you start
So
applying for those licenses, eyes are on you then. So,
yeah.
yes,
So is it safe to say there was some trial and error involved?
there was, but you know what? It was more an actual the manufacturing process and less in the recipes. So it was just like
mhm.
learning to run the still like the first batch we ever made just didn't understand contents under pressure or especially like in the hoses and stuff. And so the first batch we ever made, like sprayed ourselves right in the eyes um with alcohol, like high proof, like probably 150, 160 proof, and burned our eyelashes off. Well, we still took a picture because it was our first batch. So
For the
So
pump backwards.
yes, we did the pump backwards. Like we probably spent the first day we came to try to make a batch. Okay, we're fully licensed. We've got the federal. We've got the state. Like we're gonna do it. And we spent 8 hours trying to get the pump to work.
The arrow is the long way.
Well, that and then we didn't understand you had to prime it. And so yeah, a lot of hard lessons.
but you'll only learn those ones once.
Hmm.
Yeah, nothing like cussing in a church,
Yeah.
Well,
Holy
Yeah.
water, you got it. You got it.
Holy water. It's
Yeah.
a good song.
You're not the first though.
So what kind of alcohol do you guys make? And how did you decide to make that?
So we decided we're gonna make what we like because
Yep.
like then we
drink
know if
what
it's
you
good or
like.
not.
Yep. Drink what you like.
Yep.
Or
So
make
the
what you
first
like.
thing,
Drink.
yeah, exactly. So the first thing, we're vodka drinkers. So the first thing we made is vodka. We only make two products. We make a vodka and a rum. And this is another thing we didn't think through is like the difference is blue and green. But then when we put it in the bars, they're like, we can't tell which one, like when they're moving fast, they can't tell which one's vodka. So then we had to do this funny. So once we do another label run, we'll kind of change that up. But that's the difference here. So we make just vodka and rum. We thought about making it maybe a spice rum. Like if we could make tequila, we would. I love tequila. But yeah, we're not that into, we're not gonna go to Mexico. But a lot of people ask us about bourbon or whiskey, but I'm trying to acquire a taste for it. But I
Same.
don't know if it's good. It's also a cash tie-up. I don't know how people do it,
Yeah.
Yes. With the barreling and have to have it sit. Yes. Yes. A
Mhm.
lot of product just sitting. A lot of money in barrels. Yes.
That was one lesson too. Hard lesson we learned was this, for being a super small micro distillery, this took off pretty fast, our vodka. And then, we were kind of riding that momentum and people were kind of like, well, what's your next thing? And then so 3 months in, then we started the rum. And you're getting all the cash in, right? Because you've bought in your inventory and supplies, and you're getting all the cash in. But then we had to spend a lot of it to get a whole nother label run, and then a whole nother batch of bottles and more ingredients and things. And so it became a cash drain. We should have
Yeah.
wrote it out a little bit. So it's like that's something to think about all the time in terms of like trying to put out a new product. It's like, okay, well, you have to really have your cash flow right to pull that
Yeah.
off.
Oh yeah.
So you got to use one to pay for the new one, and
Exactly.
then there's no cash flow coming in for you.
So
Exactly.
you said you started selling well. Now, were you selling just like, did you get yourself in bars, or did you get yourself hooked up with a distributor and like that way, or did you have to do all that yourself? A lot of self pushing. How did you go about that?
Yeah, our first 8 months, Illinois has craft distillery licenses. I couldn't somewhat self distribute 1,000 gallons a year. And did we lose you?
Internet was cutting out.
Hold on. Okay, guys.
It freeze up.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
Can you hear us?
There you go.
There we go.
You're on Wi-Fi.
Seems all right now.
I think you're good now. Uh-oh. They'll be back.
Well, there's that.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Well, it's a good time for me to get a refill on a drink.
Yeah, absolutely. So while we've got a minute while we're waiting, we'll talk a little bit about some upcoming guests. December 8th, we've got Brad Sanders from Liberty Soulshine. He'll be joining us.
Nice.
And we have Tracy Arvum from Smoky Mountain Squad Shine. He'll be December 22nd. And we just locked somebody on for December 15th. I've got to get the details. I got two different last names. I'm going to make sure I get the right individual on the schedule here. But we've got some upcoming guests that you guys won't want to miss.
Oh, yeah.
Who got reported for hate speech?
Reported for hate speech.
Hey, they made it back.
All right.
Sorry about that. I don't know.
No,
what
it's
happened.
okay. Hey, it happens. We have issues like that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
So we were talking about your product, your
Coming in.
vodka and your rum. And your distributorship. How you got that going?
Second, the audio is wonky. It's coming in like Can you hear
Uh-oh.
us? Okay.
Yeah, you're freezing up again.
I don't know. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
It's like you're a picture on our.
Yeah, you're just a still. Well, it was rolling good, and then we started having some Wi-Fi issues. All good.
Hey, we're back.
Yeah, hopefully they'll get this figured out. It's all good. But they are out of Argenta, Illinois. It'd be nice if we could get some of their product this way, but I doubt them being small batch like that, man. Unless they get with a big distributor, we ain't gonna probably see it.
How far is that?
Argenta, Illinois. It's probably a good haul. Let's look.
Ah,
267 miles.
And they are back.
We are 4 hours and 36 minutes from Argenta, Illinois.
Like, why? Boy, when they left, the viewers dropped.
My bad on it. Well, hopefully we can get them back on.
We're
There,
back.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on. I don't
That's
know if it's
okay.
us or you.
that's all right. We're
But
good.
where
it's
were
Sean.
we?
We'll blame it on Sean.
We'll blame it, Sean.
It happens.
Yeah, as soon as you left, all our viewers left, so they'll be back.
Oh, no.
But anyway, so you said that you started doing well. Are you in bars and restaurants and things like
Yes,
that in your
bars.
area?
So we have a class 1 craft distillery license, which means we can self-distribute up to 5,000 gallons a year.
Oh, nice.
Which is, we don't even touch it, but yeah. There's a bar right around the corner that bought our first case. So yeah, we just been, I want to say 30 or 40% of our initial sales came from us asking or reaching out, but then it just became kind of word of mouth or people seeing us on socials, and it's come.
I'd still say that today, like 60-70% of our sales come from other people, or
Well,
so we
it's really cool how people like getting behind local and local businesses, small batch businesses, 2 female-owned business. You know what I mean? Like, so you get a lot of people are just wanting to help and wanting to push your business. So I think it's really cool. And even in like the in a lot of these moonshiner guys that are coming to start these legal distilleries, just the backing you get from your community, it's really awesome. The way the support that you guys get, or not you guys, but just the community gives. So it's just cool to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And we have a good base now of, like, I mean, of course, there was a lot of bars or restaurants or places that bought it for the first time, but haven't restocked. And it really comes down to not only the businesses and the owners, but, the staff being willing to recommend it and,
Yes.
push it. That makes all the difference. And we have a lot of good, we have a good solid foundation of places now that will do it, and we're so appreciative of them and how they want to support us and proactively push our products.
Right. So is that the still behind you that you guys run? Is that it right there?
Yep, it is 50
So
gallons.
50 gallon. So you
What
say
did-
you can produce 5,000 gallons. If 50 gallons of pop, yeah, that's a lot of running you would have to do.
We got some room to grow.
Yeah, absolutely.
So is that the still you guys originally started out with? Well, never mind. Learning on, or do you guys have like a smaller still to do, like testing
runs.
with? Yeah.
We have thought about it. We put an R&D still like in our cart, but we just don't have time to do that. Really, we're still a 2-man show here, and also working a bunch of other jobs. Like, she has got like 4 or 5 different things she does, and then I still have my career, so it's a little bit above a hobby business right now. So we just don't have time to like do all the things we want to do,
Right,
which is
right.
like, or, run different things. But no, this is it. This is when we started on. We should have gone bigger. I mean, I think everybody says that.
Well, I mean, it's good to cut your teeth on. It's good to learn on, and then you'll go from there. You'll figure out what you need from there, and just grow. So, did someone local build that still for you, or did you care to say where you got that or who made that for you?
Oh, we can, yeah. This is we wanted to. Sorry, I have to move around a lot. I don't know why. I think it maybe too many TV shows. I don't know. We wanted an American-made copper still. That's just what we wanted, and looked at a few online. Again, we didn't know what we were doing. Like, we had never done this. Like, we were really trying to navigate it, the best we could. I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out. So we got it from a company called Stills, Stillz, and Steven Stills.
Yep.
It. You're familiar.
Nice.
That's good.
Awesome. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sean knows them. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
he's
know
been
it's-
great to us. I mean, he FaceTimed us to help set it up. I mean, I'm sure he's had a lot of eye rolls in trying to help us, get this thing up and going. Like, he's just
But that's
really held
how
our hand through it.
that says a lot, though. I mean, most a lot of these big still companies, they'll just sell it and be like, "Oh, you're good. Just email us,"
No, he'd be
But-
like, call me. We sent him an email. He's like, call me, FaceTime me. It's still to this day. I mean, he likes all of our Facebook posts, and they've been good to us. When we've had issues, he's made it. He helps us. He makes it right. So he's been great.
That's awesome.
So is that a 4-inch column that you have?
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Now, I'm assuming that's electric. Being in the basement of a church, you're probably running electric.
Yeah. I mean, we're too scared of gas.
They're both like, no.
Inside,
okay.
yeah, you're good.
Matt's scared
Risk
of pace.
averse.
All the dead people will come out.
Yeah. So I don't know. If we go bigger, we got to think through that. It's like we want to probably stay electric, but
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many different options, and you figure out how big you want to go and, what you want to get and all that. Yeah. And I'm sure if you stick with the same still builder, he'll guide you in the right direction. Most of them are awesome people and will guide you right through it and put you in the right size still that you need.
Yeah, and I think he specializes in distillery size equipment. I believe Steven Stills does.
he has a lot of different commercial sizes. I think up to 200 gallons.
That's a pretty good sized pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we get in here. Like we're just in like basically like a room that you do like Sunday school in.
We learn a lot.
That
There's
is
a lot
so
of
awesome.
So how was the
door.
process? How was the process with the TTB getting approved and all that? Was it do you, being a distillery, do you have to own the building or a lease before you can apply for anything, or did it take you guys like say 6 months to a year before you could, were legally able to sell your own product?
Ohio's a trip, man. So we're kind of curious on how Illinois is on your process.
So federally, I want to say that you just had to have a lease contract. So I had to write a lease that we were leasing out this space from her. So we didn't have to own it or anything, but it has to be, they were really big on it being secure and how secure it is and how closed off it is from anything else. And so we had to get diagrams made, and it's funny thinking back about it. Like that was a lot. Like I'm always surprised when we got the license from the TDB. I was like, us? Like really? Like, but we just took it one step at a time. Researched and figured it out. There was a couple of things that Steven Stills helped us with, and so that he didn't have to, But
right.
there was that, and then so I want to say the federal TTP was easier than the state of Illinois, for sure. And actually, their response times from the federal, I thought were really good. So they were, whenever we submit recipes or labels or any of it, I want to say they'd get back to us in 2 to 3 days. And so they really kept it moving. And I was pretty impressed by that. And then what frustrated us about the state, I can't remember it was pretty similar to the federal, but what frustrated us is like when you make a mistake, you go back to square one. Like it wasn't like you could start where you made the mistake. And so that's what took us the longest time. It was like, I was definitely going to make mistakes. We didn't hire a lawyer. Like we did it ourselves. And so we had to redo it 3-4 times before we finally figured out, what they were really asking or whatever, and got it.
Well, and honestly, that's probably, I'm sure y'all know this, but probably the best way to go, because at the end of the day, you guys know if you ever want to do it again, down the road, you don't have to hire a lawyer and, essentially just like, hey, this is what I want, and let them do the work, but you can do it,
No,
and
exactly.
answer questions, maybe other people that you have in the community that may want to be or open a distillery. So
we do get this question a lot. Like every once in a while, we'll have a reel or a TikTok that actually hits. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is, but some of them will go, and then we'll get we'll get a lot of negative comments for some reason, but we get a lot of people that are like, oh, this is our dream. Like, like, how did you do it? How did you start? And then we'll answer the question, and we'll have it written out. How much did it cost? People have all kinds of questions because it's a lot of people want to do it. That's what surprised me.
Yeah. And based on what state you're in, how easy it is for it to happen is what it is.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Sounds like a lot of it's the state. The state's a big hang up from state to state. Ohio, it is, at least I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's, everybody that I've talked to that started one in Ohio, I always ask them, they're like, well, hopefully you got enough funds for at least 6 months to a year, to pay for the lease of the building or the mortgage, you have on it, because it's going to take you that long before you can even really do anything,
Yeah.
You're right. That's where we lucked out, because we've heard a lot of people say that, or I was reading a lot of Reddit community stuff. It's the leases that are killing these distilleries.
Mhm.
It's like these high lease payments.
Yeah.
We lucked out that she owns this building.
Right. That made a big difference that you put it in an already existing business, that you just were sliding something in. It was already going. So yeah, that definitely helped the whole process also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to ask, I think you already said, but what kind of a business is it that you have above?
Oh, it's for birthday parties. It's like a venue upstairs.
nice.
So it's
Oh, okay.
it's still the original, like I tore up the old sanctuary floor, and we found another floor underneath. It was a 110-year-old floor from the original birch, and then I put a couple bathrooms upstairs and gutted it, and used that for like I said, birthday parties and stuff like that. And then the other side of the distillery is my bakery. It's a keto bakery for like diabetics and low carb stuff.
Okay.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, that's awesome.
She's a hustler. She also does a couple different local community government jobs and drives a school bus.
Hey, there you go.
Wow.
So do you guys, when you guys have events, do you guys don't have it? You can't do tastings, or can you do tastings there? No, not yet. Is that something you guys are looking?
We don't have a tasting room. Honestly, this is funny, but having been in the restaurant business, I can't see ever wanting to do it.
The bar
Just the
down the road is
hassle of
pretty
it.
much-
Yeah. There's a lot
Yeah,
involved in it. There's a lot more
there
involved.
is.
Yes.
This town, has 900 people?
Yeah.
So, it's outside of a decent sized city, but the foot traffic isn't enough for us to want to do it. What we have thought about, or we have kicked around, is doing, or working with a local chef or something, to have, private events in the event space that pairs well with our,
There you go.
cocktails or something to go to the next step. But I don't ever see us doing a tasting room. We just send them to the bar on the corner.
So when you have events upstairs, how can you serve alcohol and stuff at your events? Can you filter your liquor through that, like your cocktails and stuff that you make? Can you serve yours?
Totally unrelated.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, we don't even mess. I don't even mess with that or even offer it, just 'cause it's just too much of a risk, and then I have to be here, and I don't want to have to babysit something like that.
Yeah.
No,
but
I
people wanna come
understand.
down
Yeah.
here.
Well, hell yeah. So
Yeah, I don't know. Tasting rooms or restaurant business in general, it's just the margins I feel are just thin on food. The staffing problems,
Mhm.
Trust.
right,
So
right.
Yeah.
we talk to, of course, restaurant owners and bar owners all the time, and it's you have to love doing it. That's for sure.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
a lot of challenges with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, our last guest, Tracy, was talking, and he's got a full-time job, and he's got a distillery, and he's got a copper business. So most of his time is right there. So yeah, I get what you're
listened to
saying
that
there.
one. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Tracy's
14
awesome.
products. I was like, I don't know how you do it, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
think a lot of his are more so post flavored, right? Like a lot of
Yeah.
the 14 products. Yeah.
Yeah.
he probably makes a handful and then post flavor. Yeah, but he does have he's got the bourbon, the strawberry rhubarb. No, he does have a handful, but yeah, you're right. He does do a lot of post flavors, and he's got some solid post flavors. The Joneses brought a handful of jars up, and man, they were good. He uses a lot of good flavorings, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, and then if you go legal, then you have to have your formulas approved, your flavors approved, and it's just in my opinion, that'd be more of the headache than anything. I'd
Yeah.
rather just have one or two and then the rest, clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
you forget that you can't just do it. You just can't do what you want to do. You have to actually
right.
Yeah.
get it
Can't just
approved.
make something up and throw it on the shelf. It's
So I know flavored vodkas are a big thing. Do you guys have any kind of future plans of ever wanting to do a flavored vodka at all, or just stick with what you guys are doing?
I just have a hard time when it comes to that because so much stuff tastes artificial, and I think you're gonna flavor vodka the way you want it to. Like you're gonna get if you have a like the best like with our vodka, like it's gonna go good with anything, and you're gonna flavor it the way you want to. And I think once you start adding like say the grapes or the strawberries or stuff, unless you know exactly what you're doing, it's not gonna taste right.
Yep.
But
And
Oh
that's
yeah,
where
there's a lot of crappy stuff out there. You are absolutely right.
Yeah.
And I remember from being in the restaurant business, we would have all of these different flavors, like your Stoli vanilla and your Stoli cherry and your absolute mandarin and this and that. And the bottles would just sit there. I mean, you have to, there's special people don't come in and really ask for that, right? So like
Right.
you're either using it in a special cocktail. They're not, I don't think they're sellers, really.
Well, and
So-
if you're making it in a cocktail, you're losing the flavor of whatever that vodka is most of
Yep.
the time in your cocktail anyway, or you're using it for the flavor and you're not really getting just that flavor. So yeah, it's usually as a enhancer for another beverage or a cocktail is usually more what it is.
Yeah.
so
So-
since you guys are doing vodka, have you guys felt a hit with competing with the larger brands?
Oh yeah.
In your-
only the
in your
sense of,
area?
like, they're just the go-to ones. I mean, and I don't blame people, right? Like, because when we go to the bar or we went to the bar, when we were younger or whatever, you go and there, if the bar's too busy and it's 2 or 3 people deep, and you get up to the bar, you kind of like panic a little bit, like it's like Tito's and tonic,
Yeah.
they aren't looking for really like what are the choices. And so yeah, I mean, we fight that all the time. It's like just brand recognition, right? And what's comfortable for people.
And
It's
like you
very
said,
rewarding.
you've got to get the bars to push your product as well. That's a big thing. You've got to get these places on board with helping you push. Like if you make a well drink or if you make a certain drink, grab my vodka, grab this, grab that. Yeah. That's a big thing as well.
And it's
Making
like
that good relationship.
I think, I don't know, I feel like we kind of expected I don't know, you just kind of think that, oh, like we're making this like 10 miles from you or 5 miles from you or 20 miles from you.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want it? Right. And
I
you
agree.
think, like,
Yeah.
Oh,
but it's
absolutely. That's
not
how I
like
think
that.
too.
It's not like that. I
No.
mean, people, they bring,
It's like getting in. It's like getting into Walmart. Going that whole like that roller coaster of a ride. You talk to one person, they send you an email and this, that, and the other, and like, oh, we want to support local. I've heard so much about you, but it's just insane.
yeah.
It's so hard.
And then the bartender, you'll get a bartender or somebody that pushes it and then they leave and your sales go to nothing. So it really is on the personnel and the people and their willingness to support
So
you.
are you guys able to sell bottles from the distillery?
No.
No.
That would be the benefit of, I think that's the class 2 license, I think in Illinois, where you have a tasting room and then you can sell retail bottles. But then again, that was a choice we had to make because there's a local liquor store. They're kind of all over in Illinois, quite a few places. It's called Friar Tuck. So it's 10 minutes down the road. And so we usually just send, people want to know where to get it. We just send them, or they say like, we want to come visit you or whatever. We just say, hey, you can get the bottles here and you can get the cocktails here. That's the closest, but the foot traffic just isn't here to have the doors open all day for people to come buy things.
Right. You said 900 people in your town.
Yeah.
That's
We'd have to really make it a destination thing, and we probably could. Like, we really set out to do it, and we wanted to do a whole best friends themed thing. I mean, we could probably make it a destination place, but we have so many competing priorities, and what should we do next in the distillery and that kind of thing.
Well, just all your other obligations makes that hard.
Yeah.
So do you basically just run as your orders come in? You keep a certain inventory stocked up, and then once you hit a certain point, do you run, or you just run as needed? How do you run your
We're
production
running
now?
thin. We are running, I would say, just in time right now. Yeah, but
We just bottled a whole bunch of rum just a little bit ago. Is what we were doing.
we were down to none. And
It's a
it gets
process.
that got a little. I mean, it makes me kind of nervous thinking back about it because we got.
It's a process though, because it's like you have to age it. It's so it's a sticky. I call it the sticky hot mess because you're dealing with like molasses, and like after you have everything you do with the rum, you have to clean. I mean, thoroughly clean everything because it's a hot mess.
It's not our favorite thing to make.
That's
That's for sure.
Sean absolutely refuses. He hates. He's like, I hate molasses.
Oh, I wonder where I get. I'm like, how did I get this here, and why is it sticky here? And like, oh my God.
Everything is sticky. So this time we ran 2 batches because we were like, let's not run it again for a while.
Oh God, sticky hot mess.
But for a while, for the first 2 years, so this is our 3rd year in business. I get a lot of time off at Christmas time, and so for the first 2 years, we would just run the still 4, 5, 6 times and just get a big base up so that it would last us for quite a few months.
Right.
But we didn't get to do that last year. I don't know why, but we've been running thin all year. Like, we're sitting on probably we have 0 vodka bottled.
I'll be doing that this week or next week, or
and we probably one batch, 150-gallon batch will probably make about 220 bottles. We have 1 proofed and ready to bottle, but it's a little uncomfortable lately.
So what do you bottle what's your proof on your bottles? What do you put at the
80.
shelf at?
80, yeah.
That's a good mix.
Go
I
ahead.
don't know why it never occurred to us that you could do something besides 80. I don't know. It never occurred to us. So then when we had to submit it to the TTV, we were just like 80. Like, what else would it be?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good proof, in my opinion, if you're going to be mixing
yeah.
it with other things, or adding other things with it.
Saying 110. I'm like, what?
I'm 100 proof guy. That's my wheelhouse. So that's just me.
Yeah, you like that high
minimum
shit.
100.
Yeah. I got some bourbons that are 136, 138.
Oh my God.
But they don't drink that way. You can't tell.
Yeah.
When I know what
They
you
stand
mean,
up.
when we make the rum, you really have to babysit it because you have to get it right before all of a sudden it'll be the sweetest, most like beautiful tasting thing ever, and then it'll just turn nasty. And you have to get it right at that point. But it's coming out at super high proof, so probably 130, 140, and you taste it and it's really good. Like, I can see what you mean. Like, for some reason, I mean, it burns a little
so
bit,
good.
but there's something so good about it at that high proof.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys run a deflag on that still that you have back there?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. We're not technical.
Oh
We
boy.
just turn it on.
A deflator? Well, I guess I was getting ready to ask because I didn't know if you guys maybe just do one pass, like you'll run it once and then you'll be done, or do you like run it and rerun things? I know a lot of people are weird about that. I only would run it one time,
Yeah, just one time.
Nice.
For us.
One and done.
Yeah.
You're wasting money. You're wasting money at that point.
The power bills all the way, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, do you guys have any big plans or anything? As far as I know, you said something about possibly a bigger still down the road. But I mean, do you guys have any other plans that you can think of about?
We actually kind of just like expanded down here in the basement because we were just like sitting on top of each other. Like, we have like the still, and then we would like bottle and label, and it was like I'm sitting on top. I don't even know where I'm at right now. And so one of the rooms that's attached down here in the basement, I took all the tables, the labeling, all that stuff in the other room because I'm like, I want to just run the still and then move it to the other room and just like be done with it so I can walk away and not think I have everything in like a million different spots. So that was kind of like a plus side. So
internally we're preparing for it. a little bit of growth. It'd be nice just to have. We don't have the demand right now to go to a bigger still. It'd just be nice. Like, we could run this thing a lot more than what we're running it, but it would be nice just to not have to run it, like to have bigger batches to bottle.
So
Basically,
I like bottling. That's one of my favorite things to do. I think it's like therapeutic, to be
But-
honest.
it gets a little overwhelming to think about, and something we need to do. Like it's all like we're like, okay, we need to hire a salesperson, or we need to, if we did that, it's always an ebb of flow of decisions, to make. And so we've been kicking around hiring a salesperson. We've hired for the first, we don't trust anybody. That's the problem. But we hired one brand ambassador. So we're trying that out. And that's been going pretty good, just to help us get out of, or like just be another hand or arm to go out and do different things on our behalf, tastings and things like that.
We've done a shipping thing, which like it was like
Depends on the legislation. So in Illinois, I don't know how it is there in Ohio, but winemakers can ship direct to consumer. We cannot for distilleries. And so there is a lot of work going on with the Illinois Craft Distillers Association to make efforts towards that. We just did get some legislation passed for like kind of farmers market where we go and sell. So that's a positive, but trying to take steps. So if that ever opened up, that'd be our ideal thing, would just be to go direct to consumer. That would change a lot for us. We could go all in on marketing, I think, and do and I think do well. Then the next thing that we're thinking of, or that we're kind of thinking, like people are coming and saying, can we invest or this and that? And it's like, what would we do with that money? I don't know. It's like,
just I just think it's so hard once you start doing that, because it's like, once you start, depending on how you sign or whatever with an investor, like they have rights unless you have it in writing, like what they can and what they have to say. And that's just,
then they've got their ideas and try this, try that. Yeah. You'd have to it'd be more of you're just a money partnership, not a controlling partnership.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want anybody coming in and taking something that you've worked for and then want to tweak things. And now, unless it was somebody that you wanted to bring in because they had maybe some history or knowledge of running stills and making liquor, so it could add to your company, but not just somebody coming in, hey, I got 50 grand, I want to be a partner. That's a little different than somebody saying, look, I've ran liquor for 50 years. I want to help you guys out. You know what I mean? That would be something a little bit different.
I think it's that. And I think if it was somebody that, if they, they had, it would be legal, that okay, here's $25,000-$30,000. I just want to see if you guys, if you guys can take off in the next, year or so, no strings attached, but I want that in writing, because I don't want to go back and like, well, you owe me so much money,
Right.
Yep.
So, I mean, there's a lot
Absolutely.
to think about. It gets a little overwhelming, because right now, again, like I said, it's just a little above a hobby business.
It went from a hobby, now it's a business. It's like it was fun, and then I'm sure at times it's like, is this fun? Which I'm sure it still is, but there's a lot more stress involved. There's definitely, that aspect of it. Trying to meet your demands.
Self-distributors too, it's difficult because like Illinois is big, right? And like that last reel that we had, Facebook reel that got a ton of views, people are saying, okay, we're in we're in Southern Illinois and we're, near St. Louis or whatever. And like, that's 2-3 hours drive for us.
Road trip.
To sell a couple cases, it doesn't make sense. So it's either like, you got to go get the scale or figure out something else.
Or if you could, like, if you hit it up where it's like, if some, one place on the way was interested in you, not, like you're, dropping off, 8 cases. I mean, that would be worth it. But like to just go for like, oh, we just want to have a couple bottles to try it out. Well, it's time and, it's not worth it,
Right. I get it. Well, I think we've had you ladies for about long enough this evening. We've enjoyed listening to listening to what you got going on, listening to your future. It sounds like you possibly could do some expanding, and maybe we'll get to see you here in Ohio. Now, I jumped on your website. I think I can order a bottle. I think there's a company that will ship it.
Yeah, I don't know how they've somehow figured it out, but we have it's kind of like a third party where I can't even remember what it's called, but yeah, we have a partner that ships it. So yes, you can.
Well, tell
That would be
everybody.
great.
Listen, tell everybody where they can get it. Talk about your website or how they
Yeah.
can get a bottle of your products.
Yes,
Or-
please. Thank you. So you can buy a bottle of ours on www.bestfriendsdistillery.com. And I think, I don't even know, I haven't been on our website in so long. I think it says buy now or
Yes.
buy a bottle, something to that effect up on the top, and you can add one to your cart. And it ships to almost every state. So not every state, but I think more than 40 for sure.
I
There's
think it
some
was
different
only
rules.
$20 for it to come to Ohio. I checked it out, and I think I'm going to bite the bullet just so I can try your product. So
It is
You
high
should.
achieving. That is the one
when we
that we
do
have
that,
no
I'll do a
control
review.
over it. But I think it's flat rate for up to 6 bottles, they told us. So it's $20 no matter how many buy up to 6. So
Okay.
go big or go home, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I'll probably get one of each. Yeah, I'll probably get at least one of each of your bottles. I'd love to try it. So we'll get
appreciate
it in
that
here and we'll
so
do a
much.
product. Yeah, we'll do a review on it. Absolutely.
And we have we've won awards and things for our vodka and rum, and one of the things we pride ourselves in, that's the nice thing about being a micro distillery, is we can babysit through the process here, and we're all
Mhm.
about the finish on the vodka. So we take the most care in the filtering at the end to make sure it's got that good clean finish, and that's kind of what we're known for around here. So definitely, yes, go out and buy a bottle. We appreciate it. If you do, we appreciate the support. And then, of course, follow us on all of our socials, facebook.com/bestfriendsdistillery, Instagram @bestfriendsdistillery, and TikTok @bestfriendsdistillery.
Well, there you go. That's how you can follow them and check them out. I know I've listened. We've enjoyed listening to you, and I'm excited to try to get some of your stuff. And I hope you guys are able to get it out there and let everybody try it.
We appreciate you guys having us.
Well, thank you very
Anytime.
much.
Cheers.
Well, you guys have a good evening.
Good night.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.